Hi friends, today we're making cheesecake snickerdoodle cookies, and these are all of the ingredients that you're going to need. You're going to want to use 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 6 ounces of cream cheese, 1 egg at room temperature, also 6 tablespoons of salted butter. You're going to want to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is the one I'm using today, but Melina or generic brand works just fine. And of course, 1 cup of granulated sugar. In addition to that, you're going to use 1/4 of a cup of granulated sugar along with 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And you're going to want to mix this together once the cookies are on the baking sheet, and then coat this on top. So let's begin. Begin by adding in your cream cheese at room temperature there, and then we're going to mix that in. Once it's nice and creamy, you can go ahead and add in granulated sugar and the teaspoon of pure vanilla extract into this. So for now, we're just going to mix. Once your cream cheese looks something like this, go ahead and add in your cup of granulated sugar. And once again, I'm using salted butter, so that's why I'm omitting a pinch of salt. But if you're using unsalted butter, be sure to add that in, the pinch of salt. So for now, we're just going to go ahead and mix the ingredients together here until well combined. Go ahead and add your vanilla extract. Next, go ahead and pop in your butter. Next, go ahead and add in your egg. This is 1 large egg at room temperature. All right, so let's mix that. Once your mix looks something like this, go ahead and add in the flour, just half at a time. And remember to set it on a low speed so it doesn't splash everywhere. But if you have a whisk, that's fine too, or a spatula, no worries at all if you don't have a stand mixer. There are also handheld mixers at the store, but whatever works for you. Alright, so just going to mix there, and I'm just going to pause it to scrape the sides of the bowl. And if you are a cream cheese lover like myself, feel free to check out the cream cheese danishes listed within the channel. There are 2 versions as well of the cheesecakes that I've made. I've made a non-bake version, just refrigerated. And I also have a baked version as well, like within the YouTube channel. Be sure to check those out because they are really nice and creamy, really good. So I would 10 out of 10 recommend to try those at home as well. All right, so I'm just going to give this a good scrape, just along the bowl there, just one more time, and we're almost finished. By now you can go ahead and start preheating your oven to just 350 degrees. And of course you want to bake these anywhere between like 12 to 15 minutes or so. So next step, you're going to grab your Pam Baker's Joy or any nonstick spray and just spray down the baking sheet. The store brand works just fine as well if you don't have these. So we're going to go ahead and grab the dough, plop it on to your hand, and if you make just a regular, just a 3 tablespoon scoops, you can just bake them for like 11 minutes at 350, no problem. All right, so just, it's going to get sticky, but go ahead and roll that together there and just pat it down. You will want to also space these out. Go ahead and repeat the process just like this. Hey guys, so I'm working on my second tray here. And to be honest, I am short on time, but if you'd rather that it be firmer, you can stick this into the freezer for about 20 minutes or so and it'll firm up for you. But what I'm going to do is just flatten them out a little bit. But anytime that you want to make like shaped cookies to stay in the shape that they're supposed to stay in, say heart or round circle cookies, whatever you like, you'd want to add at least of cornstarch when doubling this recipe. So half a tablespoon of cornstarch would be sufficient if you were going to be using this quantity of ingredients. All right, so we're going to repeat the process on this side over here. And I'm still going to top the cookies off with the cinnamon and sugar. Or I've noticed that at the store they do sell now like the cinnamon dust in a bottle. So feel free to use that. But again, it's just all right. For the next step, I'm going to be mixing the teaspoon of cinnamon with the 4th cup of granulated sugar. Well, don't spill it like I did, but go ahead and just grab like half of the spoon and just sprinkle it all over, or it's really to your liking, but let's go ahead and repeat the process on all of them. Okay, so the cookies are ready to bake. We'll be back. All right, you guys, so cookies are still hot and I did bake them for 12 minutes. The ones in the bottom rack I baked for 12 minutes, but the ones on the top, I let it sit an additional minute to finish baking all the way. So this is what they look like. So I am going to allow them to cool. So the cookies have cooled, and of course I did already plate them. I'm going to be using some of them to drop them off to my kiddos. And these are the baggies that I've purchased from Walmart. We certainly put it down below here if you're interested in these off of Amazon. And they have the sealable back. So you can package them very nicely this way, give them as a gift, or if you offer to sell, that works too. But I do hope that you try these out at home. If you do, feel free to tag me across any of my social media channels. Also, I did want to share, I do have the cheesecake churro bars listed within the channel. So this is pretty similar to that. So be sure to check that out as well. Having said that, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this growing YouTube family. Turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future upcoming videos. I do hope that you enjoy the rest of your day and see you in the next one. Bye guys.